Have you been feeling lost with your finances, trying to figure out what direction to go, what action to take, and how to get out of debt? I have spent the last 11 years in the world of finance learning all about money. I'm here to help you today learn about money, talk about money more, and help get yourself out of debt. I'm going to share real-world stories that help you take action on improving your financial situation. Let's get started. Confession number 1, car purchase help. Best approach to car purchase and paying down credit card debt. I have about $10,000 in credit card debt, with over $8,000 split between two 0% interest rate promo rate cards. One expires in May and the other in August. And I'm waiting for delivery of a new car and currently about $6,000 for a down payment. The car price is $25,000. By the time the car is delivered, I could get the down payment to at least $8,000. Ongoing, I can put $1,500 to $2,000 a month towards these debts. I'm not sure if it makes more sense to put as much possible down on the down payment or use some of the money to pay down the credit cards and put a smaller down payment. I'm also not sure the best approach to the credit card debt. My goal is to have things paid off as quickly as possible and minimize interest. I'm not too concerned about optimizing my score since I have plenty of available credit and no plans to apply for more after the car loan. Please do not be purchasing a new car and financing a new car if you have credit card debt. I don't care if it's a 0% interest rate card. Life happens and you think you have the perfect plan to pay off this credit card debt before the introductory period ends, but guess what? Life happens, an emergency comes up, you have to buy new tires, a pipe bursts in your house, or you need to go to the emergency room, or something happens in life and expenses come up. And if you have no emergency fund, if you have credit card debt and you're just trying to play this game of 0% interest rates on credit cards, you're going to hurt yourself in the long term. Something's going to happen. You're going to end up paying 20, 30% interest rates on these credit cards because something's going to happen and you're not going to make that full payment. Please do not go and buy a $25,000 car. If you need a car right now, then take the cash that you have, the $6,000 to go buy a beater car, and then start paying these credit cards off aggressively. If it's possible, I would back out of the car purchase right now and go buy a beater, use that money to buy a new car if you need it, and then start attacking these credit card debts. Please do not go and purchase and finance new cars when you have credit card debt. Confession number 2, would you take this weird deal my friend is offering me? I want to buy a new home in my area, but it'll take a while for me to save for a down payment. My friend is offering to help me out with this deal. The home costs $500,000. He will give me $20,000 to help buy it. I have 4 years to pay him back the $20,000, probably something like monthly payments. When I sell the home, I own 33% of the home price appreciation. He also said he would be happy to make it a flat percentage of the value of the home instead, like 4% when I sell. I'm wondering what you guys think of a deal like this. I hate paying rent, and this could help me avoid PMI by having a larger down payment. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Do not mix friends and finances. This sounds like the only things that can happen is this destroys your relationship with your friend, whether you're behind on monthly payments or when you go sell the house, you don't think it's fair that he gets 33% of it. So please do not mix friends and finances. It will not end well. It cannot end well. If you don't have enough money to save for a down payment, do not buy a house. So no, I would not do this. Confession number 3, car loan help. I'm 24. I've always bought cars cash, but the car I'm in right now is old and I want something newer. I make about $3,000 a month in a low income area, which is kind of good. I want to get a personal loan out for a new car that is $10,000 to $12,000. But I don't know where to start. My credit is around $650 to $700. What should I do? You are wanting a new car, and that is not a reason to go into debt. Do not buy a car unless you have the cash to pay for it. Just because you want a new truck, just because you want a new Mercedes, just because you want a new whatever it might be convertible, that doesn't justify going into debt and destroying your financial future. If you do not have the cash to pay for a car, you cannot afford it. Please do not go and finance cars. It is never a good idea. Confession number 4, should I stop? My friend is direct depositing his salary into my bank account. Do I have to report this as my income on my taxes? My friend has been direct depositing his salary into my bank account for the last 2 months. He's going through a bad divorce and is only depositing money in my account, so I'm the legal owner of the funds, and therefore he wouldn't lose it during the divorce. My concern is, will this income count as my money, and do I have to report this on my tax return? The money would be going to him, and I'm not keeping anything, and his employer would be sending him a W-2. You need to stop this immediately. What your friend is trying to do is hide these assets during the divorce. That is illegal. That is putting you involved in an illegal situation. There is nothing good about this being involved in this fraud. Please stop doing this. Confession number 5, should I co-sign on a mortgage? My parents want me to co-sign on their mortgage. They have paid off their current house that is worth around $500,000 to $550,000. They want to downsize and move to another area and buy a house around $300,000 to $350,000. They want me to be a co-signer on their mortgage as they own a business and don't show a lot of income for a mortgage. Their plan is for me to co-borrow on the mortgage, and then as soon as the other house sells, to immediately pay off the mortgage with that money, so I will no longer have that mortgage in my name. What are the risks here if they plan to pay off the new mortgage ASAP? Would I still be able to qualify for a first-time home buyer loan in the future when my partner and I are ready to purchase in a couple of years? No, you would not qualify for a first-time home buyer mortgage in the future if you co-sign on this loan. And 2, don't do this. This is a terrible idea. If your parents need the money to buy that house, they need to sell that other house first. Do not co-sign on a loan for other people if they don't have the income to verify, to get a car loan, to get a student loan, to get a mortgage. That means they cannot afford it and you're on the hook yourself for it. I understand your parents have a paid-for house, so it means they need to sell that paid-for house and then roll that money over to their new home. And they can have closing contingencies on buying and selling if that's what they want to do as well. There are other risks that are, what if they don't sell their house? What if they do sell the house and they decide, hey, I don't want to pay out this loan? You are fully liable for this loan if you co-sign on it. So please do not do this. Confession number 6. Do I keep my debt and savings? I have $6,000 in credit card debt and I have $8,000 in savings. Do I keep making minimum payments on my credit card and keep my savings, or pay off my debt, which would significantly reduce my savings? Please do not keep money in your bank account if you have credit card debt. Whether you have money in a high-yield savings account or in a 0% interest checking account, you're paying 20 to 30% interest rates on these credit cards when keeping a balance. All your money should be going towards this credit card debt, paid off, and start building up your emergency fund after that. Do not keep money in a high-yield savings account if you have credit card debt. Please, please, please. Confession number 7. Advice on taking a credit card loan. I need $10,000 for a trip, and I know I can pay it back in a year. Is there a reason not to put it on a credit card with a 0% interest rate for 12 months? Yes, the reason is if you have to take out a $10,000 credit card loan to go on a trip, you cannot go on that trip. You cannot afford to go on that trip. Please do not go and spend $10,000 on a trip if you do not have the cash to pay for it. A 12-month 0% interest rate sounds phenomenal, but guess what? 6 months from now, 9 months from now, something might come up, an emergency might come up, and you've already got in the cycle of taking on debt, and you're just going to start piling more debt. Do not take out credit card debt to go on a vacation. This is a terrible idea under all circumstances. Confession number 8. Should I just pay off my student loan? I haven't made a single payment on my student loans in a little less than 10 years because I've always had a way of deferring the payment, whether it's unemployed or the pandemic. But now I've saved enough that my total student loan is about half as what I have in my savings. Should I just pay it off in one go? You have the ability to be debt-free tomorrow and still have half of your savings left. Yes, you should pay off your student loans today, be debt-free, and then start building your financial future. Do not sit around, do not wait, do not try to make monthly payments. Get rid of that debt, stay out of debt. You will enjoy life so much better. Confession number 9. Is it possible for me to achieve my long-term goals? I'm 29 years old. I have $3,500 in savings. I have no debt of any kind. I work in Orange County, California, making $93,000 per year. I want to buy a car, assuming the car is $35,000, and I plan on getting married next year. I want to have a kid whenever that happens. Long-term, I want to buy a house. Is there a way I can achieve these goals? I believe I'm all right with money. I don't spend on things I feel I don't need. However, I've made some terrible choices investing-wise over the last couple of years, which left me with only $3,000. Would you guys think I can make it? Yes, you're young. You're 29 years old. You're about making $100,000 a year, and you're debt-free. You have all the time and all the ability to learn, to educate yourself, and to make smart financial decisions moving forward. You need to make sure that your partner that you're marrying next year is on the same plan together with finances, that you have these different goals together, you work towards these goals together, that you create a plan for your money together, then you can achieve anything you want in life. There's so much opportunity in this world, and as long as you live below your means and you invest a difference in not in single stocks, not in risky assets, but in index funds, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, you'll be in a tremendous spot. And you'll be able to start saving for things in the interim, such as buying a house or buying a car. Do not go finance a $35,000 car, please. That will set you very far back. Start saving up cash for this car. Start saving up cash for a house down payment. Start building a plan with your partner so you can build a financial future together. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed these stories today, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Please submit your own money confessions in the description as well. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.